Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? See, I think you guys will not be able to unmute yourself. I know that. So over here, you guys have to be active on the Zoom chat box. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Zoom live session from Glecta. And as you guys know, in today's session, we would be doing the topic of probability. In case anyone is taking classes for the first time over here at Glecta, I'll tell you that at Glecta, we provide lessons for all the subjects and all the years, be it reception classes, year 1, 2, 3, up till year 13. We have been doing it since so far. All right. And we are covering the following subjects that you see on the screen. And since you guys are preparing for the 11 plus exams, so for 11 plus, we have various exam boards. A lot of people ask us about SEM. Guys, SEM has been cancelled. Now we only follow CSSE, GL exam board, FSCE, right? And if you are preparing for specific counties, you can let us know about that. We'll prepare you guys for that as well. All right. Our Zoom live sessions are there, our live classes are there, and we have our recorded sessions as well in case you anytime want to watch the recorded session. All right. For practice work, we have been doing mock tests as well. And before I get started with today's session, I hope you guys know about the mock test that we would be doing on this Sunday, 28th of July. How many of you guys know about it already? Do you guys know about it? Okay, I can see most of the people are saying, okay, they know about it. 1 second, guys, 1 second. Yes, so oh, that's a good thing that most of you guys know about it. On Sunday, we have our mock test for math, English, NVR, VR, right? So that's what we would be doing. In case you guys have any doubts regarding the mock test that I'm talking about, please get in touch with the team and ask them to give you the links. We would be conducting an online test as well as offline test on our centers. All right. So, okay, Ayat says that she is going to it and she'll be attending it. That's a great thing there. So, guys, this is the right time that you start practicing for your mocks. All right. Topic-wise revision is important. Of course, focus on that as well. Practice advanced level questions of every specific topic that you're revising. But you would gain speed and accuracy when you're practicing mock tests, right? And time-based practice at this point is extremely very important. I would emphasize on that. All right. Now, let's get started with the session. Otherwise, you'll be like, Miss keeps on talking about the mock test. Yeah, because that's important too, guys. All right. Getting starting with probability. Now, who's going to tell me what do you understand by probability? Quickly raise your hands. Come on. Okay, I see Darsh Rai raising his hand. Next time, remember, you guys have to raise your hand on the Zoom chat box. And I would request everyone to switch on their cameras. That's compulsory. All right. Okay. Yes, Darsh. Can you tell me what do you understand by probability, my dear? I have asked you to unmute from my end.
Yes. Oh, okay. So probability is when there's many things, and what is the chance of you getting it?
Perfect. It's basically the possibility of something to happen, right? Possibility of something to happen. Now, Avni, you tell me, will you be going to school tomorrow?
No.
No, right? Now, it's either a yes or a no, right? There is no in between. Yeah, miss, I will see on my mood, depends. That's not the answer, right? Either you will be going or you will not be going. So you have two options, yes or no. Out of which Avni was like a clear no, that no, miss, it's my holidays. Why would I go to school, right? So the probability over here is a half, 1/2. So how do we calculate the probability in fractions? The number of trials divided by the total number of outcomes. For example, from the question that I just asked to Avni, there were 2 outcomes of that. When I'm asking Avni that, will you be going to school? She could either say a yes or she could say a no. So she had 2 outcomes. That's why I wrote 2 in the denominator. And what did she say? She said a no. And she gave me 1 single answer, right? So the probability that she is not going to school is a half. The probability that she will be going to school That's also equal to a half. So the first thing that we're going to study in probability is the types over here, right? Something is likely to happen, unlikely to happen, events, right? When there is a 50-50% chance, like a yes or no, right? There are only two possible outcomes and I get one out of them. So over here, we say that's an even chance. 50% of something to happen. For example, if you toss a coin, right? When you toss a coin, you either land upon heads or tails, right? 50-50. When you roll a dice, right? There are two cases. Either you get an even number or you get an odd number. On a dice, there are three even numbers and there are three odd numbers, right? So, of course, the same thing. Okay, guys, please, I would not want anyone to annotate on the screen. That's a humble request from my side. 1 second. Let me first of all disable annotations. You little kids always love annotating, no? Only those first people will annotate whom I ask them to while explaining. All right? Sorry. So I was explaining you guys about the even probabilities, right? Similarly, something that is impossible, not possible to happen. For example, what's the probability that Sophia over here is going to be on moon tomorrow? We do not have the technology yet, right? That today we start going and tomorrow we'll be on moon, right? That's impossible. So zero probability. What's the probability that you guys will be qualifying your 11 plus exam? I would say likely. Everyone is working hard, right? Everyone is working hard, more than a 50% probability. So for those of you who are working really very hard, it's very likely that you guys will be able to qualify the 11 plus exam. Okay, but if I talk about a mathematical example, what about like when I'm rolling a dice? What's the probability that I get a number on a dice? Now, you know that there are numbers only. We do not have A, B, C, D written on the faces of a dice. Do we? No, right? So, what's the probability of getting a number? All the cases, 6 out of 6 cases where I would be getting a number. So, that would be certain, right? 100% sure that we are going to get a number. What's the probability that you guys will be breathing the next second? Now, since until and unless I've said it, right, you were breathing normally, right? Unless someone put it in your mind and you're like, no, miss, I'm not breathing now. I've stopped my breath. Not that. I'm not talking about that. Okay. So what's the probability that you guys will be breathing the next second? 100% again, right? It's certain. Now, who's gonna give me? I need everyone to give me an example for each one. So you guys raise your hand. I need volunteers in my class, and one by one, I can ask anyone to give me any example. So Afraz has raised his hand. Yes, Afraz, can you give me a example of impossible case, like something is impossible?
Okay, you have five blue marbles, 5 green marbles. What's the chance of getting an orange marble?
Perfect. We do not have an orange marble, so zero probability. Impossible. Good. Ayat, can you give me an example of likely chance? Like likely.
You have 6 sweets. 5 of them are strawberry flavored and 1 of them are blueberry flavored. What's the chance of you getting a strawberry flavored one?
Perfect. We have more number of strawberry flavored ones, right? So that would be likely. Very good. Dhiren, can you give me an example of certain? That is something definitely gonna happen. 100%.
You have 5 teddy bears, and if you have 5 blue teddy bears, and if you pick a teddy bear, will you get a blue bear?
Perfect. That would be certain. Very good. Next, Dabby, can you give me an example of even probability?
What about there
Even.
there are
50,
10
50.
sweets.
Mhm.
What is the possibility of you getting 5? Or you might.
No, that's a number that you're talking about. You can say that we have 10 sweets, right? Out of which 5 are chocolate flavored and 5 are, let's say, orange flavored sweets, right? What's the probability of getting a chocolate flavored? We have both of them as same numbers, right? even probability, 50% chance. Okay, next, Mahi, can you give me an example of unlikely event?
If I maybe tomorrow I would go and get a time machine.
But time machine, that's impossible, no?
Oh yes.
Right now.
Unlikely would maybe be that I break my finger, so maybe it unlikely will get better tomorrow.
Okay, but can you give me a mathematical example, darling?
If I
Yeah.
had in a dice, if I had 6 numbers, what's the probability for me to get either 2 or 6?
Either 2 or 6. Very good. We have 2 out of 6 options. I can get a 2 or I can get a 6. So that's 1/3. That's less than a 50%. Clearly, right? That's approximately like 33%. So over here, that's unlikely. All right, let's get started with a question. Now, all your hands down until and unless you have a doubt or something. In case you have any question to ask, please ask me your questions on the chat box. All right. And guys, I would want everyone to be ready on the Zoom chat box because now we have a question. Let me see who answers first. But guys, the question that I'm going to be asking will be having about 5 parts, all right, on one screen itself. I do not want you guys to answer me one by one. Understand the pattern of how I expect you to answer me. A part, B part, C part, type it in one single chat box. Type it in one single message, all right? And then you answer me. So here you see a question and your time starts now. You just have to fill in with likely, unlikely, impossible, certain, all of those. I told you 0 probability, that means impossible. Then you have unlikely. Then you have evens. Then you have likely. Then you have certain. Right? So you have to give me your answers for these. Guys, Ahmed, Nikha, and Simon, Agam, Preet, I told you guys, do not answer me one by one. Send me a single message. I want all 5 answers in one single chat. Otherwise, it would get very difficult for me to keep a track on everyone. Now imagine there are 49 participants, right? 49 participants texting me 5 times. You know the math, right? 49 times 5, that means I would be receiving 245 messages. That will be really confusing for me, guys. Do not do that to me. Okay? Type in one. Very good, Thakur. You've typed in one single message. Let me quickly check your answers. Perfect. Thakur is the first one who has given me all the correct answers. And I got answers from Ayat as well. Okay, technically, Ayat is the first one who has given me all the answers correctly. Then second, Thakur, very good. Then I got answers from Ibrahim as well, Afif as well. Very good. Let's quickly discuss this up. This is the amount of time that you shall take, not more than this. Over here, it is dashed that the spinner finishes on a numbered sector. Of course, all of them have numbers, right? So first case is certain. Now it finishes on yellow. There is only one yellow out of 8, right? So unlikely. Then there is no number 12. So impossible, right? Similarly, there is no pink 7. Again, E part, impossible. Then on green, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 8 are green. That means a half. Half means 50%, guys, right? So the answer for the D part is evens. It is evens for the spinner to finish on green. All right. Now, guys, I hope you understand how you're supposed to answer me. And now I would want you to be very, very active for the questions that I'm going to be giving you. All right, let's look at the mathematical approach. This was just in numbers. You will be, if there is a question in your GL exam board, you will be given the question and then you would be given options certain, likely, unlikely, and so on. So you would have to choose. All right, one statement would be given to you. Then after this, next one, the mathematical way of calculating probabilities. A bag consists of 12 red, 17 blue, 10 orange, and 21 black counters. So guys, we always divide by the total. So first of all, I'm going to be calculating the total by adding up all of these, right? 10 plus 21, 31, 31, and then 12 and 17. Your total would be 60 over here. All right. Then after that, selecting a red counter. There are 12 red counters out of 60. But 12 over 60 will not be the fraction that would be given to you. The answers that are given to you, the options that are given to you in your GL exam board or your FSCE exam board, they are always in simplified form. So remember over here, both of them are multiples of 12. Whenever we have to simplify a fraction, think of their common factors and divide it by the common factor. Both of them are multiples of 12. So that means 12 is a common factor. Divide both of them by 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 60 divided by 12 is 5. So the correct answer for this one would be 1/5. All right. Then, okay, I can see a lot of you have given me correct answers on the Zoom chat box. Good. Now, guys, if you have any doubts, please drop me a question on the chat box over here. All right. Otherwise, I'll be talking to you guys at the end of the session when I'll be taking up the doubts. Now, what is the probability of not getting an orange counter? So see, how many counters are not orange? You know, total there are 60 counters, out of which 10 are orange. So 60 minus 10, that is 50. 50 out of 60 counters are not orange. 0 and 0 crossed out. My answer is 5/6. All right, so C part is the correct answer. Now, if you guys are writing, I would suggest you guys to take screenshots of the questions that we are discussing. All right, that will ease up your time. I mean, that will just ease up your speed and everything. Do the questions that I'm giving you on the chat box, or I'm giving you to, attempt. And in case you have any doubts, if you need more time, just drop me a text on the chat box, as I said. Okay, Ayat asks that in the mock test tomorrow, will there be all the students in one room who have applied for the mock? Depends on the exam board, dear. Again, you can contact on these numbers. You can ask these details from the team. All right. They will let you know about it. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. Shall I move on? I hope everyone is done. Yep. You guys cannot speak over here. I know that, but you guys can give me reactions on this, right? I'm not keeping an eye on everyone technically, but I would still suggest you guys to keep texting me. Okay. All right. Now, moving on to the next one. Okay, and somebody was raising hand, but then dropped out. Anyway, so like I said, tomorrow we have our exam paper. We have GL, we have CSSE, we have a Kent paper as well. All right. So the timings are given to you over here, 12 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. Book your session. In case you guys do not know about it, you haven't booked your session yet, please contact on the given numbers. The details are over here in case you have any doubts anywhere regarding this. All right. Miss, I'm on the poster in a far corner. Don't worry, don't worry. Yeah. Okay. All right. Who was that, by the way? That was, okay, Afraz. Okay. All right. Guys, let's move on to the next question. Yeah. Also, we have started our advanced mastery courses, and we have been doing our summer intensive courses. You guys can see the details on the screen. The questions and the topics that we shall be doing are given. Like for maths, these are the 4 main topics. It's just a 4-class course. For English, there are like limited number of classes. So if you want to enroll for our advanced maths mastery course, where we would be doing tips and tricks, shortcuts, mental math, you can enroll in these courses as well. All right, I'm just giving you the details over here. If in case you feel like that you would be needing these courses, you can take a screenshot of it. The spatial reasoning course over here, where you would be dealing with the 3D problems, cubes and nets and everything, right? So again, shortcuts, tips and tricks, all of that would be provided in our lessons. Okay, so in case you have you want to enroll for these courses, the numbers are given on the screen. Please contact them. Okay, now let's come to this question. Now, your time starts now. Answer me for the A and B part together. The first person who would be giving me correct answer for both of them would be considered the winner. All right. Yes, Avni, spatial reasoning is a part of non-verbal reasoning. There are concepts like cubes and nets and rotation, symmetry, and all of that that you will be learning. All right, so over here, who's the winner? Let me see. Thakur is the first winner. Very good. Then Afras, second. Correct. And after Afras, we have Imtiaz Ahmad. Perfect. Very good, guys. So over here, not a plum. Now see, total is 13, right? Not a plum. That means you would be doing 13, take away 3. That is 10 out of 13. And it's a banana. Of course, there is no banana. So just 0. In your options, by chance it's in your GL exam board, just choose 0, look for 0. 0 out of 13 is not necessary because you divide any number by 0, your answer is always 0. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Now, these were the basic questions that we had been doing so far. A little medium level question, and then I'll be going for the advanced as well. I put the individual 12 letters of the words haberdashers into an empty bag. I draw out a letter at random. Now, there are 12 in total. How many B's do we have? Only 1. So my answer for this one is 1 out of 12. How many T's do we have? Of course, none. 0. So my answer for the B part is 0. C part. Now I would want you guys to try out the C part. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Out of 12, how many vowels do we have? Correct answers, most of you. But remember, guys, whenever I'm asking you these kinds of questions of probability, always remember to give your answer in simplified form. 4 out of 12, I can see most of you have said it. Yes, it's correct. But in your simplified version, like if it's a CSSE paper, I would suggest give your answer in simplest form. It's 1 out of 3. Okay. Then the next one, a letter that is also in the word ASKES. So over here, we have A, E, A, S, E, S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So over here, you get 6 out of 12. Your correct answer would be a half, 50%. Okay? 50%. I hope everyone gets it. Thumbs up, guys. This was a medium level question. Okay, medium level, good. Shall we move on to slight advance? Slight advance, yeah? All right, everyone is going to go good for it. Very good. Okay. Now over here, a bag contains colored counters of just 2 colors. There are 20 green counters numbered 1 to 20 and 30 blue counters numbered 1 to 30. What is the probability of picking a counter that is a multiple of 4? Now, guys, over here, total. Here are 20 counters. Here are 30 counters, right? In total, we have 50 counters, right? Now, between these 1 and 20, when we talk about the green counters, which are numbered 1 to 20, how many multiples of 4 do we have? 5 multiples, right? Because 20 divided by 4 is 5. Then if I talk about the blue counters, how many multiples do we have in, like, how many multiples of 4 do we have in blue counters? 7 multiples, because 4 times 7, that is 8, right? So guys, 5 plus 7, that is 12. So out of 50, we have 12 numbers which are multiple of 4. But that's not my answer. My answer in the simplest form, you see both of them are multiples of 2, right? So divide both of them by 2. 12 divided by 2, 6. 50 divided by 2, 25. So the correct answer over here would be 6 out of 25. All right. 6 out of 25. Okay. Yes, Devesh?
Could you also do it as 24%? Because 6 over 25 is 24%.
Yes, perfect. But over here, the question does not ask me in percentage. It would depend on your exam board. And like, for example, if you're sitting for a CSSE paper, right? In your CSSE paper, they give you like the sheet in which they would be like dash. And if they write percentage over here, then you work on the percentage. All right. Otherwise, you write it in fraction form. Okay. Yes, Hareen?
Yes, how did you get 712? That 1 to 30 equals 712.
Sorry?
Blue count, how many?
Not 7 out of 12. I have actually, when we add up by column addition, we do this way, no? 5
Oh,
plus
okay.
7.
But
This
how did you get 7?
over here, from 1 to 30. How many multiples of 4 do we have, darling?
7?
Yes. And how did you get 7?
Because like the 7
Mhm. 4
Oh,
times
because
7
4
is
times 7
28.
28. Yeah.
Right. And the next number, 4 times 8, gives us 32, which is beyond 30. So I'm not going to be considering that. There are 7 multiples. That's why I wrote a 7. Okay. All right. Yes, Avni?
For the GL exam board, do you know if you have to do in percentage or fractions?
Options would be given to you, darling. That's the best part. So you see if all the options are in percentages or all the options are in fractions, and if they want to make your question more difficult, which they definitely can, they would give you weird options like A part is 1/2, B part is 30%, C part is 0.2, D part none of these, right? Of course, they won't give you easy questions and easy options. So you have to be mentally prepared for these types as well. All right. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. Okay. Again, now we are going on to the advanced level questions. This is an advanced version. Zara, can you please ask me your question on the chat box there? Because I cannot see you on the screen. If your camera is not switched on, I will not be able to ask you to unmute over here. So please drop me your question on the chat box. I'm seeing the chat box simultaneously. Aisha, I hope your question was answered along with Avni's, because Avni had asked the same question. I hope you listened to the answer that I told her. Then, all right, Afraz, I just saw your message. Okay, now let's move on to this next question. You have a set of cards numbered 1 to 40 inclusive. On each number that is a factor of 100, you draw a star. So first of all, between 1 to 40, what factors of 100 do we have? Everyone, text me your answers. I think you're good with factors, multiples, right? So text me your answer for factors of 100 between 1 and 40, not all of them. And multiples of 4. All right. So Imtiaz has already given me the answer. Dare, I did not ask you for the answer. I just asked what would be the factors of 100. Okay, Devesh says 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. Perfect. 1 times 100 is 100. I cannot write 100. 2 times 50, but I cannot write a 50. 4 times 25, right? Because I have to write in between 1 and 25, 1 and 40 only, right? Then 10 times 10, right? And 20 times 5. These are my factors. If I talk about multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, and so on, till number 40. The word inclusive over here means that I'm going to include that as well. All right. Now I have to see what's common, right? Because it has to, all the multiples of 4 would have a circle in it. All the factors of 100 would have a star on it. You just see what's common over here. You just look at the factors of 100. 4 is common and 20 is common, right? So what's the probability of selecting the card that has both a star and a circle drawn on it? How many numbers do we have which are having both a star and a circle? There are 2 numbers, 4 and 20, right? And out of how many do we have? 2 out of 40. So my answer in this case would be 1 over 20. All right. 2 out of 40, guys. So our answer is 1 out of 20. Maheen, do you want to ask something?
Do you include the number 1 when you're doing it?
Yes, but 1 is not a multiple. We say inclusive, right? So we are going to include 1 as well as 40. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Hope you guys get it. I would give you time to note this down if you want to. In case anyone has any doubts, you can ask it to me. This is one of this was asked in one of the papers of the counties that I took up in this lesson. So in case you have any doubts, can we do questions now? Thakur, we are doing questions only. This is also a question. And we have to give our answer in simplest form. So that's why I wrote it as 1 over 20. All right. I hope you guys are simultaneously practicing your mental math shortcuts as well. Yeah? Is there anyone who's taking class with me for the first time or hardly the second time? Drop me a text if you're there for the first time or the second time or maybe the third time. If you have not taken more than 3 classes with me, text me right now over here. Okay, there are a lot. So, okay, Nikon says, please provide mental math tricks. All right, let's do it. So those of you who have been taking classes with me already, right? You raise your hand and tell me what's your favorite mental math trick that I have taught you, and I'll take that up right now. Okay, yes, Avni?
My favorite one is the square root of the 5 and numbers ending on 5.
All right, okay, I'll take that up. Devesh, what about, oh, sorry, this got stuck. Sorry, 1 second. Yes, Devesh, you tell me what's your favorite trick?
My favorite trick is the timesing and dividing by 5.
Timesing and dividing by 5. All right, I'll take up that as well. Devesh says more than 1 billion times. Okay, all right. So, okay, yeah. Afraz was raising his hand too. Yes, Afraz, what's your favorite?
What are all the tricks you taught me? Because
I
I
have
don't
taught
remember
you
all
many.
of them.
Come on.
Okay, fine. The square root one, like
Oh.
not roots of like 5, like
All
75.
right, all right. So I'll teach that up right now. Okay. As my existing students told me, I'll teach up their favorite tricks. So there is this one shortcut that we use for squaring the numbers which end with 5. Now, when we talk about squares, right? Squares are basically when we multiply the same number by itself, like 15 times 15. I can do it mentally in my head. That is 225. If I talk about 35 square would be 1225. 65 square would be 4225, right? I am doing it in my head. How to do that? 5 square. 5 times 5, we know 25. So any number which ends with 5, ending with 5, their square number must end with 25. Okay. And then if you look at the tens place, over here at the tens place, we have a 1. I would multiply by its next number. 1 times 2 is 2. 225 is my answer. 3 over here. After 3, we have a 4. 3 times 4 is 12. My answer is 1225. So if I want to calculate 85 square, quickly, 5 square is 25. Multiply 8 by the number that comes after it. 8 times 9 is 72. 7225 is my answer. Okay. 115 square, right? Take this as 11, right? 5 square is 25. After 11, we have a 12. 11 times 12, 132. So my answer would be 13225. Now, in case you're wondering that how did I calculate this thing mentally very quickly, there is a shortcut for multiplication as well with same digits, right? So if I have numbers like 11, 111, 22, 222, 333, and so on, then you can use that technique. All right. For example, okay, I hope everyone is clear with the square of 5 because I'm going to be erasing it in the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second. Okay. So talking about the shortcuts that we have for multiplying by the same digits. If I want to do 22 times 6, mentally, 2 times 6 is 18. And in the middle, we add them up. 1 plus 8 is 9. My answer is 198. 33 times 7. 3 times 7 is 21. In the middle, we add them up. 2 plus 1 is 3. My answer is 231. Same technique is applied, guys, when we have a lot of digits, right? Same technique. 5 times 9, that is 45. This time we have a big number, right? Oh, wait. My bad. Sorry. The first one, guys, I'm so sorry. 2 times 6 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. My answer would be 132. All right, my bad. 5 times 9 is 45. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 more 5s. So I will put 4 blanks in the middle. 4 plus 5 is 9. And I would write a 9 in the middle of all of them. So my answer would be 499,995. Similarly, if I want to do, let's say 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. There are 3 more 8s. So 3 blanks in the middle. 3 plus 2 is 5. My answer would be 35,552. Okay? Yes, Hareem?
Next, can you if you have a like, for example, like you had 11 times 12, how would you do that one?
What's 1 times 12?
1 times 12 is 12.
Right. And then you write 1 and 2. And then in the middle, 1 plus 2 is?
1 plus 2 is 2. 3. Oh, 1 plus 2 is 3.
Right. So 132 is my answer. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 11 is very easy because it is having 1. Right. So it's easy.
Yeah.
Okay. I would want to give you a question. All right. Yes, Tanvi?
What if the multiplication you do has only one digit as its answer?
As its answer. All right, no problem. That's the easiest. Like if you want to do 22 times 3, you know 2 times 3 is 6, right? 0, 6. 0 plus 6 is 6, so 66 would be my answer. Okay? All right, perfect. Then after that, I'm quickly going to ask you one question over here. Everyone, give me your answer for 99,999 times 7. Come on the chat box. I explained you a shortcut for multiplication, like when we have square numbers ending with 5. I'll tell you in general also, you can do it within 2 seconds. All right. Okay, I can see a lot of you have given me correct answer. 9 times 7 is 63. Then I have 4 more 9s. So in these 4 blank spaces, I would do 6 plus 3, which is 9. My answer is 699,993. Okay, I can see most of you have given me correct answers on the chat box. Good. Now, as I was saying that we would also do a shortcut for, let's say, square numbers which are not ending with 5. In general, the shortcut that I'm now telling you, that can be applicable for any square number. All right. So let's say we are doing 46 squared, right? Guys, 6 square is 36. 4 square is 16. And then you do 4 times 6 times 2. 4 times 6, 24. 24 times 2, that is 48. You write, leave one space over here, write 48. Okay, and add them up. 3 plus 8, 11. 1 carried forward, 11. 1 carried forward, 2. 2116 is my answer. Okay, there is this easier method for doing this. Okay. All right, I can see Harim. Harim, are you raising your hand? Do you have any questions to ask? Okay. And Nikunj, you're raising your hand. Yes, dear. If you could please switch on your camera as well. Ayat, Ibrahim, I can see you have switched off your camera. Then there is Kanish. Then there is Olaid and Ronli. And then there is Sanuli. Then there is Simon and Tanvi and Vedic and Zafar and Zara. I would request all of you to please switch on your cameras. Okay, yes, Nikunj, ask your doubt, my dear.
Miss, what happened, you know, for the multiplication trick, what happened, and for example, when it's like 64 times 12?
See, we do not have shortcuts for every specific numbers. So for different kind of multiplications, you can form and create different shortcuts. If you want to do 64 times 12, now you know 12 is 10 plus 2, right? It's easy to multiply 64 and 10, 640. Yeah. It's easy to multiply, take double of 64, which is 128. You get your answer over here as 768.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you please explain this 46 square again? How did you calculate this one?
Sure, I will be doing it again. I will be doing more questions, not a problem. So over here for 46 square that we did, over here, I first wrote the square of 6, that is 36. Then I wrote the square of 4, which is 16. And then I just multiplied the numbers, 4, 6, and 2. So I got 48, and then I added up. I'll write down more questions so that you guys get an idea of the technique that we are following up over here. So over here, if I want to do, let's say 37, or instead of 37, let's take 57 squared, right? Now guys, over here, 7 square, that is 49. 5 square, that is 25. And multiply the numbers, 5, 7, and 2. 5 times 7, 35. Double of 35, 70. So you just write 70 over here and add that up. So 9, 4, 5 plus 7, 12, 3. 3249 is my answer. All right. If we have a 3-digit column, you add. Yes, we do. All right. Okay. Oh my God, I got very big calculations from Thakur. All right, that's also correct, Thakur. Yes, Aisha, absolutely correct. That's just exactly how I did for 12 as well. The way you explained it for 9, that's how I did it for 12. All right. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'll be asking your doubts. 1 second, Matthios and Mahin. Let me give everyone a question and then I'll come to your doubts as well. Everyone, drop me your answers for 84 squared. All right. Now, Matthios, can you tell me what's your concern there? I cannot hear you. You're not audible. Nope, I cannot hear you, Matthios. Can you drop me your question on the chat box? I'm unable to hear you. Okay, Mahin, yes, what's your doubt, my dear?
What if I had the number 63? Because when I'm doing it, it's not working.
All right, I'll tell you for that as well, because 3 square is 09. All right, it will work when you write the 2 digits 09. Okay, I'll tell you that as well. First, I have given you 84 square. Let's do that. And then we would be doing 63 square as well, guys. Okay, so 84. 4 square is 16. 8 square is 64. 8 times 4, 32. 32 times 2, 64. Your answer over here would be 7056. I can see a lot of you guys have given me correct answers. But like Mahin asked for 63. Over here, when you get your answer, like 1, 2, 3 square, these are single digits, right? We write 09. Okay. If you are getting 2 square, then you write 04. 6 square is 36. And when you do 6 times 3, that is 18. Then you do 18 times 2, you get 36. So you add up 36 over here, and my answer is 3969. Okay, that's my answer. All right, I hope you guys get it. Now let's quickly come back to probability as well. We have done mental math. I'll keep taking up mental math in our upcoming sessions as well. All right, let's come back to probability. All right, guys, next one over here. Now see, this is a pie chart that is given to you, right? First one is pretty easy. Write down the probability that a pupil chosen at random. Oh, sorry, let me read it out from the beginning. A class of 36 pupils were asked to pick their favorite color from green, purple, or red. What is the probability that a pupil chosen at random chose purple or red? Now, guys, over here for purple or red, you need to know the angle, right? So it's all about angles. You do not need to know the number of pupils who selected purple or the number of pupils who selected red. If you're given a pie chart, you can easily work if you know the angles, right? You can clearly see that this is a straight line. The angle for red is 180, right? Now, angles on a straight line add up to 180. So 180 take away 30, this is 150, right? Angle for red, 180. Angle for purple, 150. Angle at the center around a circle, that always adds up to 360. So you would do 150 plus 180. That is 330 divided by 360. But as I said, always give your answer in simplest form. 0 and 0 crossed out. Both of them are multiples of 3. 3 times 11 is 33. 3 times 12 is 36. So my answer for the first one is 11 out of 2. Wait, 1 second. Oh, my bad. 1 second, guys. I have done it for purple or red. Okay, the calculations that I have done are for purple or red. It's not the one that is asked in the question. Okay, this is the first part. You see over here, it starts from the second part. It's the first part that I have done. And I am now going to give you second and third part to try on your own. I'll explain it again for those of you who are asking. First part is that I have to select the probability that a pupil chosen at random is selecting purple or red. Okay, the angle at the center adds up to 360. So the total angle in the denominator that I shall be writing is 360. Then over here, angle on a straight line is 180. So I wrote 180. Then over here for purple, I'll calculate what's the angle. Angle on a straight line must add up to 180. Angle for green is 30. So I did 180, take away 30 degrees, which gave me the angle for purple, which is 150. So for purple, I have the angle 150. For red, I have the angle 180. I added them up. My total becomes 330, right? Divided by for all purple, green, red, the angle that we get as the total is 360. Whenever we have a pie chart in the denominator, the angle is always 360 degrees if I'm talking about probabilities. And then I have just simplified my answer. Okay, guys, in this question, I'm not asking if it's evens or likely or unlikely. I'm asking you an exact number. All right, so whenever you have questions, it would specifically tell you if there are numbers involved, right? Do not give your answers as likely or unlikely. Okay, if there are numbers involved, until and unless they are asking you about it, that you have to answer in that form. Otherwise, you give your answer as a fraction. Okay, now I hope you guys are done with the second part. Yes? Okay, guys, let's go with the second part now. What is the probability that the pupil chose purple or green? Now, purple or green, the angle in total over here is 180 over 360. So when you simplify it, it's a half. You can clearly see that it's purple and green are half of the circle, right? So that's how I'm going to get a half. Then red or green. Now, when I have to do red or green, add up the angles. Angle for red, 180. Angle for green, 30. Total angle, 360. So guys, over here, you're doing 210 divided by 360. Cross out, cross out. 21 and 36 are multiples of 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 36 divided by 3 is 12. And my answer for the third one is 7 out of 12. All right. Yes, Chakrash, we need to take any one. Like not one. It's not that we have to take one. We have to take both over here, Chakrash. Okay. Okay, quickly going the questions that you have dropped me on the chat box. Thakur, I did not get your question. What silver, bronze are you talking about? Gold, silver, bronze? Okay. Can we go gold, silver, bronze? I did not get your question. Okay, first, second, third. Okay, that way. All right, all right. So I would say Ayat has been very active in today's lesson, no? She has been giving me correct answers in a very good, speedy manner. So that's one thing that I would appreciate. And Thakur has been active too. I would want all my kids to be active, all right? Everyone shall work on their speeds because speed is really important. I hope you guys get this part, right? See guys, this particular PPT consists of more questions as well. All right, so I can provide this to the team and the team will be giving it to you. Over here, there are more questions like these. All right, these are also your exam style questions. We can take them up in our next lessons. And as I'm showing it to you, this video would be uploaded on our website and on our YouTube channel later. So later on, when it's uploaded, you can pause the video and try out the questions that I'm showing you on the screen. All right. And then practice them up. If you have any doubts, you guys know that we have our Telegram group where we answer all the doubts, right? Those of you who are new over here, I can tell you that you guys can follow us on our public platforms and public channels as well. We have our YouTube channel by the name of Glecta Learning. All right, you can search me up on YouTube and you can watch the recorded sessions over there. There are so many mental math shortcuts, that techniques that I have discussed over there. All right, and we have our Telegram groups. If in case you have doubts, drop us your questions from wherever you're practicing, maybe the GL mock test that we have been giving you, or the Google Classroom homeworks that we have been giving you, or the class homeworks that we have been giving you, or any random question that you come across online. You can practice them up. If you have a doubt, send it to us and we will be answering. We'll try to answer and revert within 24 hours. All right. And there is a limited time offer that is going on, that if you're referring it to a friend, then you yourself will be getting a discount as well, right? So you know the numbers. These are the numbers that you see on the screen. You can give your friend a referral and text them these particular numbers, okay? And I hope everyone got the technique that we have discussed today. Yes, guys? Nikon says, please share the Telegram group. Okay, Telegram group, Nikon, you can see the numbers on the screen, right? You can contact them and they will send you the link totally. All right, this is the, you can search it up on your Telegram, t.me/Glecta+. All right. So you guys can text me, drop me your doubts anytime soon. And next Saturday also, you'll be having a live session, but not of mathematics. Okay. This 28th of July, we have our mock test. I want everyone to try those mock tests, either on our offline centers or on our online centers. But I would truly request you guys that, this is the right time that you must be practicing all your mocks. All right. Time-based practice is really very important. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I shall be seeing everyone in the next lesson. Now, let me allow you to unmute. Now, everyone can unmute themselves. And you guys tell me. Hello. Everyone can unmute and you guys tell me. Okay. First of all, I'm waiting for everyone to unmute. Yeah. Everyone unmuted? Yeah. Now everyone.
I'm unmuted. I'm unmuted.
Okay.
Hello. I'm unmuted.
I hope everyone understood everything that we discussed today.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Everyone enjoyed the lesson? Where is the energy?
Yes.
Okay. All right. See you guys in the next
Thank you.
Have
I
a great
really learned a lot
time.
and enjoyed today's
I
session a
learned a
lot.
lot. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. I learned so much.
Bye, dear. Bye bye. Bye
I
bye. See you
really
guys in the
enjoyed
next
today's
session.
session. I learned a lot and had a lot of
I
fun.
know everything.
So,
Bye-bye.
have a great
There's only 12 people left.
You guys will not stop talking. What's that? Okay, guys. Yeah, one by one we should speak. All right. Yeah. Was now someone saying something? No? Everyone is silent. You guys go silent all together. You guys speak up all together. Great.
Hello.
Hello, Matthios. Now I can finally hear your voice.
Hello.
Yeah. So, Matthios, I hope your doubt and everything was answered. Or you have any specific doubt? No? All right, perfect. See you guys in the next
Have a
session.
great
Bye-bye.
time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.